Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. Thank you again for listening to my series. I greatly appreciate it. And it's a learning curve for me as well. Today, I wanted to talk about allowing ourselves to receive. I've taken many courses, and I'm sure a lot of you have researched and listened to a lot of podcasts and views on receiving. But the problem is, I have found, well, it's wonderful information, and thank you very much for showing us this. But if you don't believe that you can receive, then how do you receive? So I'd like to talk to you today about releasing the energies that dismantle and destruct you, and make you focus on what you're not worthy of, as opposed to what you're worthy of receiving. So today I would like to talk about, for example, let's just take a deep breath. Be thankful for the wonderful, amazing weather. Wow, it's been phenomenal. I think yesterday it was 20 in the sun here. So it's like, wow, so early. This is awesome. And I have a thing with wasps. Wasps and I don't really like each other. And this huge one went by me, and it's like, oh yeah. I was hoping it was a bumblebee, but it was a wasp. Oh well. And all the wonderful birds that are out, and everything that's moving around. So it's like a blessing to witness this so early. So thank you to the earth. Thank you to the universe. And thank you. And I thank myself for being here to witness it. So I just wanted to talk about, so there's many courses, there's many wise people, there's many people channeling about, teaching you how to receive. And it's sometimes what made me realize is that I'm not open to receiving is that I couldn't see my own worth. So how was I able to receive? Mind you, the universe got it to me in different ways. But I want to choose. A question was put to me about 10 years ago. Would you rather choose ease or struggle? And at the time, I was still in struggle. And now I choose ease. I choose ease. So I've spent a lot of time getting myself to the point of ease. And what had happened at that time was that I had used a lot of my energy. I was like looking for approval in other people, because I didn't understand myself well enough to realize who I was, and that I was so different. And unfortunately, I had surrounded myself at the time I didn't realize it at the time, but I wonder if everyone else is doing this as well. There's people that you have contact in your life with, that you allow them to have too much power in your life. And sometimes those people only show up to dismantle you and destroy your hopes and dreams. So let's remove and release all the souls, all the people, and all the contract, bonds, oaths, and promises that you have with these people. And they've only come into your life for this purpose only, because they've been trapped in that same contract with you. Let's remove and release that. Yes. Now, for people who's joining for the first time, what the S represents is that you're willing to release it from your fields, from your body, and from your DNA, RNA, and cell memory and soul. And by releasing yourself, you're also releasing the other person that's holding that contract up. Therefore, changing the energy and spiritual and structure of that relationship. So it's in the highest and best good of both of you. Because you have people that come into your life, and it's like, maybe it's a burden for them to always be in that state of, whether it's like attacking you, saying mean things to you, or it's just a matter of releasing and letting that go. So and there's also, the more you release and let go of, the stronger you become. Your light starts to shine, the being within you starts to shine, and you start to see your worth. You start to see how amazing you are and wonderful. And on top of that, it changes it by you changing the structure of who you are, and you no longer allow other people to affect you in that way. You increase your vitality, your energy, and your resonance, and it creates an ability that it's like Eckhart Tolle talked about this a lot. I think I mentioned that before. I'm old enough that I was when for Oprah and Eckhart Tolle first did that spiritual series together, I was listening to it, and I found that he talked about allowing the energy just to through you and go out the other side. Don't allow it to stick to you, because when we allow it to stick to us, and I might misunderstand his interpretation, but this is what I got from it. When it sticks to us, this is when it creates problems. So just remove and release any areas or energies of your body that is not allowing you to emanate your being, your light, and your power, because of choices that you've made in the past, or because you've decided in this lifetime you would pay penance or pay through guilt, shame, and trauma. Release and remove that all. Yes. Release and remove all the areas of your life that even to this point that you still contract and shrink, so that you are in identity or in the same belief system as someone else, so that you have camaraderie, or that you feel like there's somewhere that you're anchored to. So release and remove all the anchors that we've placed in our energetic fields and have anchored onto people who are not in our highest and best good, whose own fears, limitations, and judgments may affect us. And also that because of their limitation, fears, and judgments, we tend to, as spiritual beings, sometimes we tend to adhere them and make them our own, which is not who we are. So release and remove that. Yes. Release and remove all the aspects and all the influences and all the programming that in your highest and best good, as softly, as gently as possible, that takes you away from being you, of realizing and seeing who you are. And it could be something as simple as, like, for example, I was a big follower of Louise Hay's work, and she talked about doing the mirror work, and I think I talked about that. And it's like, even to say that like, I think there was a saying in one of the movies about, I am beautiful, I am smart, I'm intelligent, and I am worthy. And you are worthy. I don't care what anybody else tells you, you are worthy. You are worthy of your gifts. You're worthy of your ability. You are worthy of your thoughts. And it's like, how about trying to focus on sometimes what we do is when we adapt to other people's limitations, judgments, and beliefs, or we've accepted them from society because we don't look a certain way, we're not shaped a certain way, and we're not a certain size, that we feel that because of these images, these fake images, a lot of them are fake because they're airbrushed and everything else, that we are not worthy of the joys of life. So remove and release that all. Yes. And I want to say to all the TikTokers and Instagram people, thank you for all your videos, of displaying on who you are. And it's like, we're all beautiful in our own way. We're all creative in our own way. And that is maybe the spark of creation within you, is how you are. Like, I used to work with a lady, and I went to university with one lady that all she wore was blue. and another lady, it was all pink. And it's like, that made them so happy and so joyful. So who cares, really? Who cares that they, but I thought it was wonderful that they recognize that in themselves. And I mean, something made them feel so beautiful and so wonderful that they just stuck with that. They resonated with that color and with, so it was really interesting. So it's like, it was a really good lesson to learn. So I thank them for that. So remove and release all the places that we've hidden our uniqueness and have decided that it's like, it's scary to be different because there's so much judgment out there, because so many people live in fear. And it's like, and they don't even, at the time, don't even realize that they're doing this. And it's like, it's not like they purposely live in fear, but they are bombarded by so much that it activates them in them. And unfortunately, it also activates darker sides of their personality. And so to be different, and it's like, oh my God, for years I have felt so uncomfortable in crowds because I was so different. And I've heard a lot of nasty comments made about my weight and my size. And it's like, but this summer, an acquaintance of mine, a friend of mine, she mentioned about, she made me witness something. There's one lady in particular that has said some really hurtful things to a few of us. And it's like, it made me realize that if she is that, it really freed me, because it's like, if she's that upset with, if she's that mean to us, what is she doing to herself? So remove and release, like, all the people that you've come across in your life that have dismantled you in some way, and that have made you focus on like, this is who you are. This is who I am. I am me. And it's like, so they've made you focus on the belief that you're not good enough because you don't look a certain way. Remove and release that all. Yes. And remove and release all the chains, ropes, and hooks and belief patterns that we have trapped within ourselves, so we don't recognize the beauty, amazement, and wonder that we are. Instead, we recognize only what I don't consider. I mean, we all have ups and down moments. That's being human. But it's like, just because I'm different doesn't mean I'm defective. But see, that's what I had experienced to a certain point in my life. And it's like, so remove and release that programming that lives in you and that makes you focus on aspects that really, like, make you focus on the lies you bought about the aspects of yourself that people have pointed out, or people talk about, that make you feel like you're not worthy enough. Like, it's lies and it's their judgments and their projections that are on you. So remove and release that all. Yes. Remove and release all the places that you have shut yourself off from receiving, because of the dictates of society, or because of all the experiences that you've had in your life that have maybe clouded your judgment or caused you to think in a certain way. Therefore, it limits how you receive. So remove and release all the places that you've shut off so you cannot receive, or you can only receive one way. And it always has to be through hard work, pain, and suffering. Remove and release it all. Yes. Remove and release. All the aspects that keep you small, that keep you hidden, and that keep you, it's almost like at a loss, because You know, every day that you wake up, you're not living your hopes and dreams. You're living someone else's dreams, or that you don't even know what your hopes and dreams are because you've been so infiltrated and photocopied and projected upon that you have adapted other people's hopes and dreams instead of your own. What do you really want out of life? One of the people that I follow had mentioned about, you know, creating a wow list about what you would like to accomplish, you know, for yourself. And it's like the same with the gratitude journal. And it's like, even if you put it in your phone and just think of a few things and just go back to every once in a while and maybe add stuff to it, it's really gonna, like, it would be really helpful. So remove and release all aspects of yourself that has turned your joy down, turned your love down, turned your happiness down, turned your receiving down. Through experiences of this lifetime, past, present, and time and space. Yes. I'm going to ask the creator to gather up all the 4 R's in coherent energy, gather up all the energy and send it to the universal light. Yes. We're going to take a couple of deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose, hold. Then breathe out. Take another deep breath. Breathe in through your nose. Hold. Sorry for the intensity, but with the solar eclipse just like was Monday, there was a lot of stuff that needed to be cleared because there's so many gifts, and there's so many gifts that we're not receiving. So remove and release that we have our receiving defined in only one way, one dimension, that we cannot receive on other levels. Wouldn't it be nice to receive more love? Wouldn't it be nice to receive, like, we're so focused on that, like money, that sometimes what happens is, and don't get me wrong, in this world, you need it to survive. And it's like, but what if it's through love, or through loving yourself, or maybe changing something in yourself, that it opens up a different avenue of you to receive money, or to receive love, or to receive joy. So remove and release all the places in your life that are blocked because you have been programmed, or you are programmed to believe that you can only receive. If you don't receive, you failed. How about looking around you and witnessing all the wonderful, beautiful things that have happened? So receive and remove all aspects of limitation that you have put on what receiving is. And I'll be talking a lot about this because it's like there's so many layers that are impacting us, and what we've witnessed throughout this lifetime and past lifetimes, and what is in our cell memory, that I would like to clear as much as possible so that we can all benefit from this. So thank you very much. So just take a deep breath. Hold. Release. Thank you again. And have a wonderful day. Enjoy it. And thank you very much for listening. And welcome the nice weather. Welcome spring, the birds. Everything is wonderful. Thank you.